This is my absolute number one tool. If I was only allowed one tool ever in my coping mechanism toolbox, this would be it, and I'll tell you why. Good morning. Welcome to our coffee and quick tip chat with Melissa from melissaversusfibromyalgia.com. It is my jam to help people with fibromyalgia create practical symptom management plans, basically so that you have things you can do yourself to help yourself at any time of day or night without waiting for someone else to help you, because that's what helped me the most. I have taken myself from moderate to mild on the fibromyalgia impact questionnaire rating and all of those things. Basically, I used to live with moderate symptom levels every single day, and now they would be mild, mostly on average, with spikes for flares into moderate. Today, I want to talk to you about Yoga Nidra guided meditation. This is my favorite. It has so many benefits. So we've probably heard the benefits of meditation, and Yoga Nidra combines a lot of those benefits. So it has those benefits of rest and stress reduction and helping with fatigue and pain, anxiety, insomnia, and all of those things. But I like to think of Yoga Nidra as meditation on steroids. So it incorporates all of the key parts of meditation that you will know. But what it also does is really takes us to deeper levels of the brainwave states, which is really healing for us. And I think it's really important for us with fibromyalgia and chronic pain and fatigue and insomnia, because we just don't get there. So even with everything I do, even with all of my whole of life protocol that has changed everything for me about my life, I still struggle to get deep sleep. I do everything. I have all the sleep hygiene plans, I take the supplements, I do all the things. You probably are not going to find many people more proactive than I am about getting my sleep. But I still don't get good deep sleep. That's just difficult. But the thing that really helps me is Yoga Nidra. And I have found over practicing it for several years that I'm able to get into it more deeply, rest more deeply. And as I've practiced, I found it easier and easier to get to sleep in the night. And I find profound comfort from it. So I do Yoga Nidra every single afternoon when the kids are sleeping. Now that is my nap, but it is also my pain and fatigue relief. It boosts my ability to cope in the afternoon. But it also helps me replenish because of the insomnia, because I don't get enough sleep in the evening. But I also use it when I'm in a flare. So when I get migraines, I will take whatever medicine I'm able to take, whether that's a soluble paracetamol or whether I'm able to take the real medicine, depending how nauseous I am. The first thing I do after that is I'll attempt to do a little bit of network trigger point work in my neck, because often tension is a big cause of migraine. But then I go to bed with my electric heating pad and I do Yoga Nidra. That is the number one thing I want to do, because it releases so much tension. So you go through a really great process. So you first start to relax, get yourself as relaxed as possible. You tune into your body. You do a body scan meditation, which is actually a favorite part of the mindfulness-based stress reduction program that's quite popular, especially for people with chronic pain and PTSD and all of that sort of thing, because it brings you in touch with your body, but it also helps you relax your body. And I believe that's really important for us as well, to come back into contact with our body. It can be so easy to become an us versus them thing. Oh, that thing's always in pain. I don't want to deal with that, right? We have to remember that our mind and our body are one, and our body is experiencing it, but we can notice that and kind of take a little step back from that in a more healthy way than just kind of disassociating from our body. And then we go through visualizations and being able to hold opposite feelings or things in the body. So for example, different sensations of hot or cold, or exploring maybe being happy or sad, and all of these things combine together to do some really profound work. And what happens when you're doing your Yoga Nidra is you go into those really deeper stages of brainwave rest. And so I cannot nap because of the insomnia. Even when I'm exhausted, even when I'm miserable, I cannot nap. And at first I found it quite difficult to really get into the Nidra. Like I couldn't relax fully because my body didn't know how to do that, how to be relaxed, how to be still. But as I've practiced over several years, I've become better and better at it. So it's almost like my body just knows what to do now. And so often I will go really deep into my Yoga Nidra. And sometimes I'll wake up or feel like I've woken up just as the Yoga Nidra finishes, which means I was awake the whole time, but really deeply in my meditation. Or sometimes I'll wake up 10 or 15 minutes later and feel profoundly refreshed, which I never do after sleep. Sleep does not make me feel profoundly refreshed, and I do not feel that nice when I wake up in the morning. You probably know the same feeling. Give me a like if you understand what that's like. So I love Yoga Nidra for the simple fact that I can feel that profound rest. And I can use it anytime. So if I'm miserable, hop into bed and do the Nidra. If I'm away on holiday and feeling really sick, I do the Nidra. I'm even doing it in little bits and pieces wherever I can. So I've talked a little bit recently about how I've had a very difficult time the last couple of years between lockdowns and multiple children at home and a baby with reflux who has slept very poorly for the entirety of his first year of his life. Very, very poorly, like 1 to 2 hourly every single night. And I can catch my rest with my Yoga Nidra, and I feel like totally fine. You know, that level of stress you get, so you can get tired, and it's hard to be tired, and it's hard to be fatigued, and it's hard not to have sleep. But then you know, okay, I'm not getting any sleep, and I can't feel any better. And then that's a whole other level, right? It's kind of adding the suffering to the experience. Well, with the Nidra, I don't even worry about that. I just know. And for example, if I'm going to go to bed at night, I do not worry about not sleeping because I know that if I put on a Nidra, I'm doing a good thing for my body. I'm resting completely. And so it's taken away a lot of that anguish around rest and sleep and kind of reclaimed it for me and made me realize that I can look forward to it, which again is another massive bonus. So I encourage you to try it. I'm going to give you, I've got a class that you can try to get going because I think it's an experiential thing, and I'd love you to try it. I'd love to challenge you to try it every day for the next 7 days. And so set a time. So whether you can have a rest in the afternoon, whether it's straight after work, whether it's right before bed, whenever works for you, give it a go, because I really believe this is one really important tool for us that can hit many symptoms, and I believe it helps on that deeper root cause in this stress response in the brain. So let me know if you have tried it. Let me know, come back and tell me after 7 days if you do it every day for 7 days and how you feel about it. I actually have a full program about Yoga Nidra for chronic pain and fatigue. So if you want that complete introduction with some really great different options for you, including options to use at work, so brief practices for the day to get some rest and bedtime practices, and practices for gratitude and that kind of thing, then I'll put the link for that below. But otherwise, try this free one, and don't forget to let me know if you have any questions for our quick tip coffee chats. Thank you so much for being here. I'll talk to you soon.